Many people come to me scared, discouraged, with a feeling of hopelessness regarding the exam. To those people I say this: you are listening to me because at some point you made a decision. You did not just make a decision to go into real estate. This is not like making a decision on whether or not to join the local softball league or where to go on your next vacation. You decide that now is the time for change. This is the time to create a new opportunity for yourself. When you did that, you did not make a decision to be comfortable. You decided to take on a challenge. I'm sure you've seen people become comfortable. Maybe that was you. They become satisfied, and what their life is at that moment is all it'll ever be. By choosing to pursue a career in real estate, you made the conscious choice that will not be you. You decided not to be that person to go to a job day in and day out just so you could pay the next bill and live the next day much like the one you led the day before. In that circumstance, the only goal is to live, breathe, eat, repeat until the day you die. You have made a decision to reach for things that takes you out of your comfort zone. By doing that, you'll find some opportunities in this industry you did not know existed. I know I did. But first there is this exam, this pesky exam. People get discouraged when they fail the real estate exam once, twice, 3 times, or maybe more. They start to recall every failure they had in their lives and begin to define themselves by past failures. No failure should define you, but rather should shape you. You are the person who has learned from those failures and grows stronger. This is your first lesson of many as you learn to overcome, adapt, and succeed in a business presents a new challenge every day. People will tell you that this exam is not relevant to what you'll actually do. And I could argue that point by citing facts and concepts that apply to real estate exam and to real estate practice. But here is where there is no debate. There is a fact that nobody will contest. This fact is that this test is your first challenge in an industry that is made up of challenges all the time, such as finding leads, dealing with clients, unethical agents, inspections falling through, excessive paperwork, and much more. Closing a deal is made up of all sorts of challenges, from the time you take your first required course to the moment you give the keys to a new homeowner. So when people say the exam is irrelevant, here's what is relevant. Can you overcome a challenge, adapt to the situation, move forward to the goal you set forth for yourself? The best part about real estate is that you're on your own. The worst part is that you're on your own. If you're waiting on your friends or family, it may never get done. People do not understand your goals, cannot help you achieve your goals. When you start something like this, it will feel like everybody's against you or does not believe in you. They will say, do you know how many people are in real estate? Do you know how long it takes to make a sale? That is and will continue to be a lonely feeling, particularly when the people who are saying this are the people you're doing this for. In those moments, what are the reasons that you could think of that keeps you strong? Maybe it's a picture of your child on your computer. Maybe you need to put a $sign on the wall. Whatever that reason is that you can look to help you get back up when you are feeling down, find that reason and have it in front of you at all times, even when you're studying. As you enter this industry, always remember that if you're not where you are, if you're not where you want to be, if you don't have what you want, if you're not where you think you should be at a particular point, it has nothing to do with the industry, the regulations, the fees, the competition, but it's everything to do with the fact that you're not making the sacrifice to plan, prepare, and execute. You have a dream. Make that dream a reality. The time is over for working for others and making their dreams come true. This is your time. There's so many aspirations that were never acted upon. Don't live like that, and certainly do not let the exam get in the way. I know that it is not easy. Balancing life while studying can be a struggle. If you think that after you pass the exam things will get easier, it will not, and it will never will be easy. If it was easy, everybody would go right up to the homes of the Hollywood Hills and say, I'm here, then slap the for sale sign on the house and collect a check a month later. But I think you already know that. And I think you already know that easy is for people who don't want to try. Those people want to get up, go to work, eat, sleep, and repeat. It is easy to live life feeling unfulfilled. It doesn't take any motivation to do nothing, but it calls on everything in you to do what you have to do to be successful. After you pass, and you will pass, you will be scared because you are new. I get that. But the reality is that every other agent who does not share your passion and desire to succeed should be scared of you. The beauty of this is that it does not matter what anybody did last week or last year. Everybody is starting over. Everybody. In this business, nobody cares what you did last week. After you pass the exam, nobody's ever going to talk about it again. After you make a sale, it is on to the next. You do well, you build a name for yourself, and that is all good. But once you enter that new client's room, it all starts over again. It will immediately go from what you did to what you are going to do. Don't give up, and don't lose sight that you've decided to give yourself the gift of opportunity, the gift of hope. If you want to make this your career, you've got to start accepting this challenge and accepting your future. If you want this, it is up to you to motivate yourself and push through at this initial juncture and many more after. When you do, the success will be yours to enjoy, as you know you did this. You got through each roadblock and you accomplished what you set out to do. When you get to the end, people will congratulate you and be proud of you. But when you really want to know who to thank, who to hug, just wake up in the morning, look in the mirror, and say thank you, I love you, and thanks for the support.